Yeah, how's it going, everybody? It's Chale's Legacy Podcast. Here again with episode 14. Jacob couldn't make it today. My co-host couldn't make it today, man. So he's got some stuff going on. But we got our special guest. We got my brother, Isaiah Miranda. He was already introduced before. Want to say something?
Nah, just saying back up in the flesh. I've been away for a minute, just been working. Working a lot, man. So that's just been my whole life right now. Got to provide for the family. So love to be around more, but gotta do what I gotta do for the family, man. So
That's how it is, man. Today we got a special, I guess, announcement.
ooh, special.
Special podcast interview. We're gonna go ahead and do my son, Destyn DJ Miranda,
DJ.
aka the champ. We're gonna interview him, talk about his boxing career, his life, school, girlfriend. Nah, I'm just playing. We won't do nothing like that, man.
Boyfriend?
No, we won't do nothing like that, man. We'll just talk, catch up on boxing, and see what we can catch up on, man. Keep it going. Like I said, we'll try to keep this going every week, and just keep riding with it, man. I hope y'all enjoy this. If you do, there's a like button right here somewhere. Go ahead and like it. If you're watching these and you've seen them, you know what's up, and hopefully everything's good. Give us some feedback. Write a comment, like, share, whatever you can do. Again, this is my son Destyn Miranda, DJ, and I hope y'all enjoy it, man. So you want to say anything, DJ? No. Okay. He's kind of shy, so it'll be like one word or so. Me and Isaiah will do more talking, so.
Yeah, he's gonna be a star, and one day he's gonna be interviewing you after the fights, before the fights. You can step on the podium, talk to the people, introduce yourself.
Tough, man, but you gotta do it. So, first question to you, son, is
I got some questions too, but so you let me know.
Okay. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Destyn DJ Miranda. I'm in the 8th grade. I'm about to graduate this Saturday.
I'm gonna be there. We're gonna turn up.
I play football. I do track and field and boxing.
Cool. How old are you?
I'm 14.
14. Where were you born?
February 3rd, 2010.
Where?
In Laredo, Texas.
Yes, sir. Alright. Is there, you guys any questions?
Yeah.
Back and forth,
yeah, I got one question. I got a couple questions, but my first one, how does it feel to be fighting in the JOs?
Feels good.
JOs, by the way, is the Junior Olympics.
Feels good. I know I'm gonna win May 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, if you haven't heard, we're going to the Junior Olympics on May 3rd, May 4th, and May 5th up in Edinburgh. Him and another stablemate, Matthew Consuega. Both these guys, man, have been with me for about a year now, man. I actually looked back on Facebook this past weekend when I was off, and I saw that it was a memory, and it was about literally a year ago you started to hit the gym. It's crazy. You started hitting it. Horrible technique, horrible hooks. Everything was just bad about this kid, but he stuck at it, and he kept at it. And a year later, we're 4 or 5 fights in. I think we got a belt. I can't say he's lost any, man. I really can't say. We talked about it on our last podcast.
He ain't lose those fights, bro.
And,
I don't care, but nobody say it.
Yeah, and it was just something that it comes with the territory. But like we said, me and Isaiah talked. My dad was alive, he'd be here. These ain't losses, man. These are our experience, man.
Yeah,
and I ask any man that has to say anything negative, you try to get in the ring and see what happens, man. This guy's been fighting guys that have been really good, and runner up. He came a runner up for the Golden Glove Championship in Houston. I fought in San Antonio, but he fought in Houston. It was a runner up, and he says a lot for himself, man. So
and opponents he fighting too, they're not no scrubs. They ain't guys who just decided to box and one day and never had any training. The guys that he get in with seem to have some experience. You know what I mean? They seem to be pretty decent. And DJ, in my opinion, he's been humbling them and been doing his thing with them. So I think there's a lot of I don't know what you would call it, but it's like I don't want to say favoritism, but maybe that's what the right word is. But it's like he goes to gym. We go to gyms with my brother and Jacob and him and Matt, and then we go to these fights or smokers. And the gyms there, apparently, they're fighting the guys from that gym, and a lot of times it's very hard to beat those fighters from their gym, not because they're good, but because the judges and them, I don't know if they sway them more to that side because that's their gym or what it is, but
I was told by he actually won the IBA this past weekend, right? Kindo Casaneda, shout out the Casaneda brothers of San Antonio. Man, y'all gotta see this one right here. This is the future, guys. Kindo, Heido, Felipe, man, Ronnie, Whitaker, Rick. This one right here is the future. Him and Matt are my future, man. But I hit up I think Heido or Ronnie, one of the two, and they said it's a lot of favoritism, man.
Yeah.
Like they've been robbed. It was actually Heido. Heido was telling me that they've been robbed many times. A lot of politics, boy. A lot of politics happens that
Yeah.
the guys want to keep, keep their name going. They try to stick at it, and
Yeah.
the only way to do it is when they're invited to the home team, home crowd. They're gonna pick the home winners, man. So
Yeah.
I can't say he lost, man. I would be very, very honest and tell you I think he did. But the only fight that I say that was close, but when I look back at it, I still think he won was the one in Houston. Because that boy he fought in Houston, that boy was just coming. But that was actually the best I ever saw him fight. He was just throwing. So if we had any kind of debate, that's the only fight that I'd be like, you know what, that was a toss up. That was, I think you pulled it off.
I think he pulled it off.
I think you pulled it off because you were more aggressive and you were throwing punches. But
yeah.
But other than that, I think you're 4-0.
My brother, they all know me. My nephews too know me that I'm very real, man. I say it like it is.
Yeah.
But my nephew, he didn't lose it. To me, and I know I'm biased, but I mean, from what I know of my boxing experiences and what I've seen, what I've been in the ring with, he didn't lose any of those fights, bro. Especially the last one. He should have been the Golden Glove champion, but it is what it is. But especially the one that fought around Rock and.
We learned from this one, man, and we'll keep bouncing, man. And now we're gonna fight in the JOs come May 3rd, 4th, and 5th, man. So y'all tune in, and I'm sure somebody will be going live. Me and my Tristan will be going live, and check it out, man. Show support. So, hey, my next question to you is, obviously, you came up with this quick. You already talked about it a little bit more, but do a little more if you can. What sports are you into?
I like football. I do track. I'm alright at track, and I love boxing. Boxing is my favorite sport.
Basketball? No?
Nah, I don't do basketball.
No basketball. He was pretty good at basketball. He did it, bro. I think he found another love of boxing, man. So.
If you had to rank them, I know boxing you love, but how would you rank them as far as like football and track?
Football probably be first. Track second, third, basketball, and then fourth, baseball.
Okay. All right. Hey, another question I have for you, man, is try to get in depth on this one, man. Like really, really talk is how did you get into boxing, DJ?
I got into boxing because this kid would pick on me at school, and I had enough, so I told my dad to train me. I went to a sparring and I beat him up, and I just fell in love with boxing after that.
That's how it is.
I remember that he was telling me he's having a little bit of trouble, and one thing that I don't tolerate, I'm sure my brother's the same way, is we don't tolerate bullying.
Yeah.
Bullying is just not something that I tolerate. I was bullied in Minnesota when I was growing up, and when he came up to me, he's like, "Dad, I'm getting bullied by this kid." I ain't gonna say any names, but should I? No, I shouldn't.
Nah.
And I was getting bullied by some name.
Then I'm gonna get crazy, Chale. I get into it.
I was getting bullied by some guy that keeps picking on me and telling me he'll beat me up and all that stuff, and I just kept like, "What's his name?" And he told me what his name was and that he was, kind of working out in boxing. I said, "Okay, well, give me a couple weeks with you, man. Give me like 2 weeks." I think we did like about a week, right, DJ? About a week or two, and then DJ was like, "I'm ready to go." I said, "You're not ready, son. Not yet. Give me another week with you, man, and you'll be ready." And he trained. He wake up in the morning. He would get it going, and then next thing you know, we head out there to Jose's Boalua, and DJ put it on him, man. DJ put it on him, and that wasn't the first time. He came over here again, put it on him again. I think put him about three times. But you know what? It was after the first time, dude, was all respect. The kid gave nothing but respect, and actually wanted me to train him. Came to me and asked me to train him, and I trained him for a bit, and then things happen, and go like that, man. So,
Yeah.
but after you remember that first sparring session, how did it feel when you sparred?
Were you nervous?
Good?
I was a little nervous.
A little nervous. What were you more nervous like? What were you more nervous for? Like just getting in there and sparring, or like when you were going to it, or like when did those nerves go away? What were you more nervous about?
My nerves went away once I threw the first punch, and then I was more nervous because my nose.
Oh, okay, yeah, you went leave,
Yeah.
leave, no.
I think we had sparred or worked out before,
Yeah.
and I think I gave him a little pat, and he's got that stuff with his nose where he's got to get his veins burned eventually, and I think he was real tender. So when he went to go spar, he was kind of like, I don't want to bleed. I think he bled, right?
Yeah.
I think he bled, but I mean, it comes with boxing, man. You're gonna bleed. And,
It's part of the game.
yeah. But,
I got a question. What gets you most excited about boxing, DJ?
When my dad sets up fights for me,
Like that gets you going when they
Yeah.
tell you like, oh, you gotta fight this day. Or...
like I'm already getting going for the JOs.
I can see it right now when you were talking to me, the excitement. That's cool, man.
yeah, I remember when I first told him his first fight, he was kind of nervous, but one thing about DJ is like like I want everybody to know this, and I'm sure you can say, did I ever force you to box?
No.
Have I ever made you box?
No.
So like I tell him, what I tell you all the time. This is what you gotta want to do, right?
Yeah,
Don't do it because of me.
Do it because I want you. You want to do it.
Yeah. Because that's one thing is that my dad always told me, I'm not gonna force you to do anything. You do it because you want to do it, and because you're the one that has to get up in the morning. He gets up at 5 in the morning, boy, or 6 in the morning sometimes to go run before school. Comes out and trains. And best believe he's tired. By 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, he's already out. But
dedicated.
He's dedicated, man, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate it. And I see that. That's why I said, DJ, like nowadays, man, and I don't mean no disrespect to nobody, but you get kids that say, I want to box, and they don't put the work in.
Yeah.
And they don't put the work in, and then it shows when they spar. You've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
You know, you come over here, you've seen it way before you started boxing. Guys that come over here, and either I have to put it on them, or one of my guys have to beat them up, or more or less my brother has to beat them up. And you know, you don't want Isaiah to get in there, man, because he's real. Isaiah's real. He don't tolerate much. He'll just go straight at it, man. And DJ saw a witness, man, and maybe being around it. I remember when he was a kid, him and Tristan would go at it at my mom's old house, man, and Tristan could barely walk. And I say Tristan won that fight. What do you think, Zay?
I thought Tristan got the better of him.
I think so, man.
Tristan held his own.
We should put a little highlight on here on this.
And what about Tristan? Tristan ain't never been scared. Tristan will do anything.
Tristan never back down.
He ain't afraid of nothing, bro.
No, man.
It's some second borns, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But I think after that, you know, it was in him, and like I said, man, like we passed it. Isaiah officially just announced. You want to make the announcement?
Yeah, it's not a big announcement. I ain't really do much with boxing, but I love boxing, man. I've been watching boxing, participating in training and stuff like that. Cause I can't say I've been boxing my whole life because I haven't competed. I competed in amateurs 3 times. I lost all 3. You know what I mean? And that just comes with the game, bro. I mean, I have no shame in none of that. It takes big balls to get in there. He knows. You know what I mean? What it is. And if you've ever stepped into a boxing ring and actually competed in an amateur event or a professional event, you know what it takes. And I lost my first 3 fights and I got discouraged and I stopped boxing and I put on weight and stayed in the gym, sparred a lot of people from different areas, different people from Cotulla here in this area. And I mean, I've sparred pretty much all over South Texas and anybody. But yeah, man, I've been working a lot lately and I'm 29 years old. I'm about to be 30 in December, so I'm getting to that point where it's like, man, I don't need to be getting my head beat up anymore. And not that nobody really rocks my head or anything. I just don't want to be taking damage anymore for myself because I want to try to save my brain. Because I've been in a lot of sparring wars. I haven't been in many fights, but a lot of sparring wars. And especially with this guy over here. And so being all that said, I want to save my brain as much as I can because being hit in the head. I played football and sports, contact sports my whole life. And I want to save whatever's left of it. I'm not saying I have like brain damage or anything, but I just want to take care of my head, take care of my health, get in better shape and stuff, stop eating what I'm eating, drinking what I'm drinking. Like right now I'm living like crap, but I want to start dieting for myself just to feel better, healthier for myself. But I'm kind of done with as far as boxing wise is making like a comeback or doing anything like that. And now my nephew is dominating and he's doing a hell of a job. And I come in and see him whenever I can, but whenever I do come in the gym, you can ask my brother, I start laughing or I smile because it puts a big smile on my face to see how much he's grown as a fighter and how great he's getting and how much better he's getting, how committed he is, how good a shape he is, and he doesn't really get tired. He doesn't really show much emotions or anything, and he's in there, and I see the improvement, and I'm like, damn, man, like it's badass to know that my nephew is coming in now, and he's gonna take over the torch and continue boxing for Miranda, putting the last name on, and representing his grandpa and us. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very proud to be his uncle, man.
They're in good hands. We passed the torch down to good hands. So, you want to say anything to your sparring partner who's retired? I mean, he gave him many awards.
DJ tore me up plenty of times.
You want to say anything? Appreciate it, son?
Appreciate it.
No problem, man. No problem. Anytime, man. Anytime.
That's what we do, man. That's how we do. Again, this is Chale's Legacy Podcast, episode number 14, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, interviewing my one and only, well, not my one and only, but one of 3 of my sons. And I, hope y'all are enjoying this, man, and keep it going, man. So, DJ, you nervous about the JOs?
Nah.
Not nervous? What do you think's gonna happen, or what do you want to happen, man? You've been in about 3 or 4 wars already, man. And, what do you expect to happen, man?
I expect myself to win all 3 days.
Yeah, I do too, man. I do too, man.
What weight class are you gonna weigh in at?
106.
106.
Tell the people right now what's the hardest part about it, like right now. As you're getting ready, about 2 weeks?
Just waking up and try not to eat bad stuff, like junk food. It's the only bad bad part.
So then, what's the worst about training? What's the hardest part about training? And not putting on that sauna room.
Oh, the sauna bag where you're sweating. Oh,
Yeah.
the sauna bag, a trash bag.
Yep.
Some
Abilene.
Yeah,
All that.
it's the hardest part.
Hate it, but you gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. So,
I got one more question.
go for it.
Well, let me ask you two. What is your dream fight? If you could look far in the head or right now in the future or whatever, in the future, what is your dream fight, and who is your favorite boxer?
My dream fight would be to fight Kamara Moulton.
Remote, I know who you're talking about. A lot of people don't know who he is. If you don't really follow boxing, you probably won't know who he is. He kind of looks like Tank a little bit.
Yeah,
He's
I
a young,
know.
up-and-coming fighter.
Ooh, that'd be a good one
That'd
right
be a
there,
good
boy.
fight, yeah.
That'd be a good
Yeah.
one.
And
Yeah.
my favorite fighter is Shakur Stevenson.
That's a good fight. I've been telling people, I've been preaching to people for. That's my brother. I've been saying it for a long time.
But you know who his stablemate is, right? You know who
Shakur Stevenson.
well, you know who kind of like set him out and
Well,
sponsored
let's
him?
just let's
You
just
know
cut
who
it.
it is,
Let's
right?
just
Andre
let it
Ward,
go,
right?
man. I mean,
Andre
that's
Ward.
different
Just
weight
saying,
classes.
man.
They're not even the same. I mean,
Speaking of Shakur, we just saw a fight this yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And it was Ryan
Ryan
Garcia
Garcia.
against.
Devin Haney.
So what do you think about that, Dad? Tell them what you thought about the fight.
I thought Devin Haney was gonna pull it off, but I guess I don't know. He doesn't have that much power either. Ryan has more power, and I didn't know Ryan was acting. I thought it was being for real, going crazy.
Yeah, me too. I thought the
He
same thing.
bamboozled
Man.
everybody.
I would text my brother, but my brother, this guy out here convinced me. He's like, hey man, I'm gonna go in because we you know we don't do a lot of gambling or not, man. But you know we were just talking. He's like, the odds are crazy, man. It was like plus 500, right? Jim?
Yeah, it was plus 553, I think. Or something
Yeah, you
like
put
that.
100, you win 500,
535.
right? Well, Ryan's got a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I went ahead and put 55. I think I won like 3, and my brother put money in too, man. So,
Yeah.
but other than that, I was thinking that Haney was gonna win, and sure enough, man, Ryan pulled it off. Now, I thought the game plan was brilliant by what's his name, the coach,
Derek James.
Derek James.
Yeah.
Great game plan. I mean, you sat outside.
Yeah.
Was boring a little bit, but you know you did your
Yeah.
thing, man. And you know what I appreciate is that dude Ryan, he went in there and he put his reputation on the line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he put everything on the line. Because if he would have lost that fight,
Yeah.
you know what they would have said about him?
So it was crazy.
He's done. He's
Yeah.
crazy. He's dumb and he's crazy, and he needs to get out of boxing.
Yeah.
But the fact that he won and he came out and he's like, man, I fooled all of y'all. You
Yeah.
know, because he fooled me. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I know he
Yeah.
fooled you.
Yeah.
My brother, he didn't even fool my brother. Because my brother was like, nah, I think Garcia is gonna.
I
win.
just had Ryan because I seen a lot of like when I'm working, I drive a lot sometimes, and I'll listen to people on radio or whoever. But like I'll see people and they'll say like, you know, it makes sense to me. For me, you know, it made sense to me as far as like Tank and Ryan fought. Ryan was he had a rehydration clause, so he couldn't go up weight. He still hurt Tank in the beginning, but then Tank caught him later or whatever, hurt him, and then dropped him with the overhand left, and then hurt him to the body, and then Ryan didn't get up. But I think a lot of it was because he was just weak and dehydrated. A lot of people don't realize when you don't have that energy, when you don't have that strength, man, it makes a big difference. And Ryan came in 3 pounds overweight. I think that was part of the game plan, to come in a little bit over, and he gave up a little bit of money because now he just set himself up for an even bigger payday. And on top of that, I don't know if y'all know, but in the contract he was a 60-40 split already, so he got more than Devin did, and Devin okayed with it. Devin took a risk and it failed. You know what I mean? And Ryan had a smart game plan. It was just overall, Ryan knew what he was doing, bro, and he fought a perfect fight. And
In the words of
that's why he
Andre
beat him.
Ward, the way he said about Canelo is Devin miscalculated.
Well, I mean, I guess you know, Devin. I didn't go for Devin. I knew I had already said it from the beginning that Ryan was gonna beat him. I felt like Ryan was gonna knock him out, and I think he should have. That ref too. I don't know. Harvey Dock did a terrible job, in my opinion, as a ref, bro. Like
I did.
he didn't he didn't take away any points from Devin. He was holding him like crazy, and it was just horrible, bro. That fight should have been stopped earlier.
I agree, man.
But
And about your dream match. So that's your dream match, fighting that kid. What's his name again? I know who you're talking about, but I just don't know him. Like I don't. Because he's still starting, right? He's barely starting his career.
He's like an albino black dude,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like
I
something
see.
like that. Like, he looks weird, bro.
So like looking at him right now, how would you fight him?
He's good, bro.
He's a smaller guy, so I would use my reach
Mhm.
to keep him away with my jab.
That's good.
Yeah.
So the plans with DJ, in case anybody's asking or wants to know, like I said, this is all him. He wants to do this. Like I always tell all my kids, I love you guys. I will always love you guys. But if you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it
100%.
100% all the time. You're not gonna half it. You're not gonna do it more marial. You're gonna do it 100%. The day DJ says that, I think I'm done with boxing. Is the day, hey, we're done. Like no if much about it. We're gonna just do it. That's it. But and then if we're gonna do it, well, I'm gonna be there. I'm sure my brother's gonna be there, and my uncle will all be there. We're gonna do 100%. We're gonna go all out. So our plans, me and Isaiah have talked, is we're gonna build you up amateur career as much as we can, and maybe when you graduate, I think in 2028, 2028 you graduate. Hopefully by then, God willing, because I'll tell you right now, not because you're my son's kid, but you're really good. You're really good, and I think you have a shot at making the Olympic, or at least Olympic trials, making a name for the 2028 Olympics. And I'd like to give you a run for that, and hopefully you can, I know we take it one day at a time. We're 4 years into the future, but we take it one day at a time, and I would think with God's grace and your ability and your dedication, I think you got a shot at it, man. And if you can do that, we'll fight you in the Olympics, see what happens. And if that doesn't go, it happens. God has plans for something else, then we'll graduate. And if you still want to continue boxing, we'll turn you pro. We'll turn you pro at 18, 19 years old, and get a run at it. See what we can do. Yeah. But that's the plans with you, son. And as you develop these next 4 years, get the experience. Like I said, Isaiah talked about it numerous times, Jacob.
Yep.
Not about the wins or losses. Yeah, you want to win every single fight. You want to. Only one that I know that can do that is Andre Ward or maybe Floyd. Yeah. Because I think Canelo has a couple losses.
Probably.
Yeah. So.
But we talking about amateurs. And amateurs.
Something like that.
And amateurs, Ward got a couple losses. Floyd got a couple losses.
Yeah. But I think 4 that's total. But anyways,
we turn pro at 15. How old are you, DJ?
14.
See, Canelo turned pro at 15. So he was fighting grown
As you can tell, we have me and my brother always disputing.
I'm just saying.
My son's
Canelo was fighting grown man professionally at 15. What was Andre Ward doing?
But no, man, that's the plans with him, man, and I just hope that all falls right for him, and whatever happens, son, I'm proud of you. It's awesome waking up to see you train. I love boxing. My brother loves boxing, and we come over here and we see you train. I'm gonna start working with Tristan as well. I don't think he wants to compete right now, but I'm gonna work with him to start learning how to defend himself. Because the same thing that happened with DJ started to kind of happen with Tristan a little bit, and like, you never know, he starts training, maybe he'll fall in love with it and want to do it. All my kids have talent, man. All my kids have talent, and I'm gonna. God gave us the ability to train them with 100%. I'm gonna give it all I got, and they're gonna give me all they got, man. So
my brother got 3 sons, right?
Yeah, and
my brother got 3 sons and 1 daughter. Yeah. Man, I tell you, that daughter right there, that girl got talent.
I think she can take it to you.
That girl got talent. I guarantee you, if she wanted to box, I don't want her to because she's my niece, and I don't know if I can stand her and let somebody hit my niece. I can't imagine my brother, but man, that little girl, she could do anything in the world as far as athletic wise, sports wise. She's just like her dad, same exact way. She can go do golf, and she'll be good at golf. She can go do bowling, she'll be good at bowling. She'll go do hockey. Never went on skates on ice. Give her time, she'd be one of the best. That's just how she is. She's super athletic, man. I can't wait to see what the future has for her too.
Two big brothers that show her, man.
And then a crazy little brother. And then a crazy cousins over here.
Yeah, exactly, man. But we give all glory to who? With all this stuff going on, who do we give glory to?
God.
Give glory to God all day, every day, man. 'Cause without God, none of this is impossible.
That's right.
None of this is possible. What's the hardest part about boxing, in your opinion, DJ?
Just cutting weight and waking up in the morning to run.
None of the fights, something like that. That's payday, right?
Yeah, that's
fun.
That's payday.
Yeah.
What was your hardest part, Zay?
Boxing?
Yeah.
Nah, that's why I'm boxing, because I can't cut weight.
Can't wait, yeah.
I ain't cutting weight, and it's hard for. Well,
but this guy's saying cutting weight like he's got a big issue, man. He's like 4
he's got to cut like 3 pounds and he's good already.
He has no idea.
I got to cut like 40, 50 pounds, 60 pounds.
A lot of weight.
But that's my fault for blowing up, but it is what it is. But I got responsibilities. I got kids now, man. It's not that easy for me.
You got any plans? Well, you say you're an 8th grader, right? About to be a freshman next year, no?
Yeah.
You got any plans? I know it's the future, 4 years from now, man. But if all fails and the Olympics isn't what's in our path, and this boxing thing is kind of on a standby, you have any futures when you graduate? Any plans when you graduate? As of right now, like things are gonna change, one day or another gonna change. But what are your future goals right now when you graduate?
I want to get my degree in welding. And what else? That wood shop class.
Oh yes, yeah.
I want to do that too.
You like working with your hands? Yeah, that's good, man.
He's had experience with his grandpa. I think every summer he goes with his grandpa to go. What do you do with it?
We go work at the ranch. He taught me to weld this past Christmas break. Taught me a little bit.
It's awesome, man. Your grandpa is a great man, man. One man that I respect, my father-in-law, and you know, teaching my kids a lot. You know, and we had our dad, but it just we're learning on the way, man.
Trust me, man. If your grandpa was here right now, he would be.
Oh yeah.
He'd be back here right now. He'd be talking. You'd be even better fighter.
Yeah.
Because of him, man. So.
A lot of things that I can't see, you know, I learned from my dad. So basically, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
we're working with that, man. So.
But with him being here, it's just different, bro. It's not even the. I mean, it's not no disrespect, but it's just not the same, bro.
Yeah.
Man, he was the man, dude. Period. Like he was the man. He was him, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Himothy.
What how many fights you got, DJ?
I have 4 fights.
4 fights. Okay, out of all those four fights, is there one fight in particular that stands out to you?
That's a good question.
The last fight.
And that's why was that?
I should have won that fight. They should have gave me that fight. I beat him up. His face was all bruised.
Nose
he had
blood.
he had a bloody nose. His eye was like all puffy and stuff.
It was red rum.
What did they tell you after the fight, Dick?
His own coach told me that I should have won that fight.
That speaks volumes right there, bro. His own coach to come up and say that.
He ever hurt you?
Nah, he never hurt me.
And the 4 fights, have you ever been hurt?
Probably the Golden Glove. That guy threw a right hand to my nose.
You know?
It hurt a little bit.
Hey DJ, what would you say your best punch is? Like if somebody told you, what's your best shot? Like what's your best punch?
My best punch?
If you had to hurt somebody, if you feel like that's that one punch that could probably put somebody down or something, what would you say? Or just for you, like what would you say that's your best shot? That's your best punch?
My overhand right.
Overhand right?
Mm-hmm. I caught the last guy with a couple overhand rights.
Hurt him?
Yeah, I hurt him.
He worked the body great, man.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, and that last fight, yeah, he worked the body great, bro. Good body snatching that dude.
You know, one thing about my son that a lot of you don't know, and I'm gonna give you the insight, is that he always listens. Like it's crazy. Like when I fight, I don't know. I think my brother too. Well, I know me for sure. I can't speak for my brother, but me, like I can't hear nobody. Like I'm just focused on
Yeah,
you,
really
man. My opponent, I'm thinking to myself, this guy's trying to knock me out or kill me. He's trying to hurt me. Like, you know, I fought men that were actually like killers, man. I know a guy that actually murdered someone in self-defense, and I was like, I gotta fight you. So in my mind, I'm like, man, dude, like I gotta take care of this guy. Could land one shot and like you'll never see Chep again, man.
Yep.
And you know, but like when I asked him, he's like, Dad, I heard everything you said. 2-1-2 overhand right, you know. And I'm like, you heard me, son? He's like, yeah. I go, man, that's crazy. Like when I tell him, DJ, do this, he'll do it. And I'm like, man, that's crazy how he picks up everything, man. And that to me is what you need to learn from the amateurs, is to learn to be composed and to be calm. Yeah, exactly, calm. And then when you turn pro or get in the bigger rankings, because you're gonna fight guys when you're ranked. When you start fighting those guys, man, then you're gonna see. Like I tell my brother all the time, the best of me, the best in me comes out when I fight a top fighter, man. And I always go to I meet their expectations, you know, that we fight. And I know that's just the way you're gonna be, man. Because when you fought that guy in Houston, DJ, that boy was good, man. Like I can't lie to you, man. Like, and like I was keeping 100, that boy was good. But you were just as good, if not better.
Yeah, I think you were better.
And I mean, I was just like, man.
But I think that's what makes you as a fighter. Like that's like my brother when he fought Angel Resendez, his name, Chip.
Yeah, Resendez.
That dude had what 100 some.
He had 150. He was a junior Olympic champion.
How many fights do you have, Chip?
I only had 16. No, I had 18 when I fought him.
I put that again. He was a junior Olympic champion, right?
Yeah, he was fighting since he was like 8, 9 years old.
Junior Olympic champion, fighting since 8, 9 years old, 150 plus fights. My brother only had 16, 15 fights. And my brother, it's on his YouTube too, you can watch that fight. Look how great my brother did.
He beat Regis in the amateurs.
Regis pro grade, the Riggaroo. Like if y'all know boxing, y'all know who he is. He just fought Devin Haney too, who just lost. But my brother fought that dude. My brother did a hell of a job. I watched that fight plenty of times. It was kind of close. I gave it to him. The dude beat my brother, but my brother did a hell of a job. And the way he fought, that's what I'm saying is like, when you fight the best, bro, like at that level, which I never did, but he did, and my dad did, my uncle Walla did, and Victor. So like when you fight those type of levels, man, I think that kind of exposes the type of fighter. If you're gonna be a good fighter, if you're gonna be a bad fighter, if this is the game for you or not. Because fighting guys that are nobodies right now and like fighting chumps, that's not really crazy. But like Chimpa said, when you start fighting them guys who are ranked and national champions, Golden Glove champions, state champions, those type of guys, man, that's when the best of the best is. And I can't wait to see you get to that level because, like they say, the whispers. You know what I mean? And that's something that's crazy.
He looks dominant when he's fighting, but you're only fighting what? How much do you fight? Like what? How long is the ring?
Like a minute and a half.
A minute and a half. You know,
Yeah.
that goes by.
Quick.
I mean, that's still a long. I think your first fight was no.
That's a good question.
Yeah, all your
Hey
fights.
DJ, does it feel long when you fight the minute and a half? Or
Nah,
does it feel quick?
it feels like a minute.
Yeah, feels quick.
Yeah, my first like my first 4 fights were a minute. But you can't really showcase your skills like that.
Yeah,
man,
Yeah,
'cause
it's just more like a street fight, bro, like a brawl.
whoever
man.
lands the most can. So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, damn, like, how can you even win that? Like, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess you gotta do it. And
I don't
now,
really like that, bro, because
Yeah,
they're not really
I
boxing.
don't.
You know,
I don't
this is
either,
more
man.
of a street fight.
When you
but-
start doing 2 minutes, or that's why when we went to Round Rock, they told us to a minute or something like that. And
They
I was
changed
like,
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
so now we put it a minute and a half, and I mean, he showcased his skills. Imagine 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? More of a skills, good level on there, man. Because this boy's good,
I think
man.
too, like it depends. Those minutes really matter, bro, because you gotta fight a different style now. Now you fight in a minute, you kind of just gotta go in there and be active. You fight in a 3-minute fight, well now you can box. Now you can take your time, set up stuff, start boxing a little bit better, do different things. But in a minute, you can't. You just gotta get in there and rumble, bro. Like,
There was one punch I want to talk about on his last fight that he threw, and I've never really talked about it, but I have it saved on my phone because I thought to me was my dad, when I was boxing, my dad would tell me, man, Chepa, if you would have hit this dude with that punch, you would have knocked him out. He missed it by that much. When I fought a guy named Kendrick Simmons, tall
Yeah, I
black guy, man, I
remember.
think like he's 6'2". I beat him twice. I fought him twice. When I fought him in the gloves,
you did the Roy Jones on him too?
yeah, I did the Roy Jones. And that's it. Whenever I threw a left hook,
Yeah.
and I ended up stopping him. He quit on me. I broke him down mentally, and I beat him. And Kendrick, you watching this? I beat you, boy. I beat you now. I beat you again. Nah, man,
I was there. I was a witness.
Good,
I saw it.
we're good now. But when after the fight was over, me and Dad went to go eat Pizza Hut because I had fought Thursday and I had to fight again Saturday, so I couldn't eat too much, man. But Dad was like, he goes, man, Chepa, if you would have landed that left hook you threw, you missed it by that much, you would have knocked him out. And I remember what punch he was talking about. But anyways, you threw a 1-2-3 against this kid, Leon Jimenez. We beat you, boy. We beat you, man. But
Easy work.
we threw a 1-2-3. You threw a 1-2-3. I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah, I
You
remember.
threw him in 1-2-3. That was so perfect, man. But I think you kind of he hit you también too
Yeah.
on the shoulder or somewhere that kind of threw you off. But if you would have landed that punch, that would have turned to me everything around.
Yeah.
And I can't speak highly of how dominant you look, man.
Man, he was
you
dominant
pushed-
that last fight.
You
bro.
pushed the fight forward. Without you putting the
Whole
fight
fight.
forward, there'd be no fight.
Yeah, he worked that body tremendously, and that kid didn't want no more smoke with you, man. I thought at one point the ref should have just stopped there in the corner because it was pretty bad whooping. I don't know how the hell he won that fight, boy, but
Let's speak about your sparring. I know sparring is not something we really talk about too much, but I know you started young in your career. How old are you, son?
14.
14. I know he's 14. He's just for you guys.
for you go.
He just started his amateur career. What's been the worst, hardest sparring that you've had out of everybody? San Antonio, or did you remember?
Probably. I don't know. Matt.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt is stablemate. Matt, I'm gonna get him on here too,
Stablemate.
Matt.
That's cool,
I'm gonna get
man.
him in. He's 15 years old. He's bigger than me. He looks
Yeah.
like he's like taller than me and more. I'm
Yeah.
not that bulky, but he's bulkier than me. Man, it's crazy, man. So
no,
what was it?
No Diddy.
What
no,
was that?
No Diddy.
What was the hardest thing about Matt?
He just uses his reach. He's
Uses
long.
Never hurt you, or
He hurt me in my jaw once and he popped it.
he's harder?
He's a big dude. He's
Isaiah
strong.
has fought him a couple of times. Isaiah
Yeah.
tell you, man, he's
What I like about Matt too, man, is that one time, this is like, it's about boxing, but one time I gave him a ride home after work, after sparring here, whatever, we worked out, and then I took him home and I asked him like, hey Matt, I was like, why do you want to box, bro? Like, why are you doing this? You're 15 years old. I mean, I've never heard, much about, him, no disrespect or anything, but like his family boxing or anything. But I asked him, I said, Matt, why do you want to box for? And you know what that kid told me, bro? 15 years old. That's what he told me. He said, look, man, he told me that, he's like, look, a lot of people here in Catula, they play sports and stuff. He's like, but they don't, they play sports, but what are the chances of me going to be a professional football player or in the NBA? You know what I mean? He's like, it's going to be kind of very slim for me my chances are very slim for me to get there. He's like, I feel like I have a better chance at becoming a pro boxer or making it in the pros as being in boxing. He's like, so with that being said, he goes, that's why I want to do boxing, because I feel like I can make it as a professional athlete in boxing, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to be a professional athlete. And when he told me that, I said, man, at 15 years old, to have that wisdom, like knowing, like, all right, this is what I need to do, so I can, this is my best route at being a professional athlete. Man, I gotta give that kid it's credit, bro, to know that and to accept that and to be like, this is what I want to do.
How did we come across Matt, DJ? You remember?
We went to go spar at Bo Ludo and he saw me. He thought he was pretty good.
You were good friends with him or no? You knew him from?
I knew him a little bit. I had him on Instagram. So he told me to hit him up.
And you've had him in ever since, man.
That's good, man. He's real good, dedicated too.
I never have to tell a kid to do this. He always puts the work in, man. And his dad and his mom are great supporters as well. So, DJ, I want you to be honest with me and tell me, have you picked up anything when I used to box? Anything from me? Overhand right or left hook?
I like when he goes southpaw.
Southpaw? Yeah, I see that. I see when you work with the bag with southpaw, man.
I hate when your dad goes southpaw. Problem. Hey, did you pick up anything for me when we spar? I know it's hard because I'm a big dude. I'm too big for you, man. I got like 200 pounds on you and stuff.
I like your head movement.
Head movement?
Yeah.
I see. I like that. I'm gonna work on that more now, just to get it better.
So we've talked about your amateur career, DJ, and how life is going for you, man. Any girlfriends?
No.
How's school going for you, man?
It's going good.
Good. Yeah.
But there's no girlfriends because you choose to not have girlfriends, DJ? Because you want to focus like more on boxing, like school, or is it just?
I choose because every time I have a girlfriend, my mind gets like all messed up.
Oh, okay, I get you.
I hear you.
Huh?
I hear you.
Oh, my mind gets like all messed up and
he
stuff.
falls in love.
Yeah. Knocks you off again, man. They
Yeah,
say girls
yeah.
are distracting, so it just depends.
Yeah.
All that will come too, man. You're still young, you know what I mean?
I was gonna say, so you feel like you're ready for the JOs?
Yes.
You wanna say anything to hey, we got a lot of people that sponsored us, man, for the JOs. I wanna give a shout out to everybody that sponsored.
Thank you to all the sponsors that sponsored our gym.
Yeah.
No problem,
It's
man.
really helping us out.
Yeah, man.
I sponsored us.
So hopefully we're heading out there to Edinburgh. Hopefully we come out with a national championship, man. Hopefully we come out. If things turn out the way I think they will, we'll be a national champion, and you'll be looking at one of Katuda's very own first national champions, I believe.
Yeah, man.
14 years old, doing this, and giving it a go and see what happens, and
it's not easy to do, man. So y'all remember that. I mean, I'm not saying to go crazy, but if he wins it, bro, I mean, there should be a parade or something, man, because that's not something that anybody could just pick up and go do. No disrespect, but he's not just jogging. You know what I mean? This is something different. And if you take it the wrong way, that's on you. But this is something different. This is actually getting in there man to man and getting in there throwing hands. And my nephew's putting himself and my brother's putting his time away to train on my uncle too. And this is a lot of hard work going into here, man. So if he wins it, y'all need to be more supportive and put it all over the newspaper. Post it everywhere on Facebook. This is a big deal, man. So
yeah, it's the Junior Olympics, guys. It's the first part. You set yourself here, and I think you get like a ticket to the actual when you start fighting. 'Cause you can't compete in the Olympics right now. You're too young.
Yeah.
But when you start,
but it
when
looks
you're
good,
16
bro.
or when
to say
16,
that,
18,
yeah.
17, you can start competing in the Olympics, and
Yeah.
man, when you get yourself in the Olympics, man, you be very, very, very well. So before we end all this podcasting, there's two things I have left. You have any questions? Sir?
I just got one question.
I got two things left I want to say. Then Nazelle can ask.
Who you like, Andre Ward or Canelo in a fight? In their prime of 168, 160. I think he was at prime of 160, but we could do it at 168. Be honest, nephew. Yeah. Don't let me down, nephew. Don't let me down, nephew.
Be smart, son. Be smart.
If you had to put all your life savings, let's say it was a gun to my life, my head, that if Canelo wins, then I get saved, or if Ward wins, your dad gets saved.
I just say that this time Canelo's got 2 losses. Ward has none.
It's hard when you got 60 plus fights. You know what I mean? It's different when you turn pro at 15. It's not the same. You ain't gotta answer, man. I was just messing with you.
But what are your goals and plans in boxing, DJ? What do you plan to accomplish throughout this career? Mind you, football season's coming up here in August, and I know he loves football as well. So we're not gonna have him. I'm not gonna allow him to do both because that's just a lot in his brain. And he's a smart boy, very smart in school. AB honor roll, A honor roll sometimes. He also does, like he said, welding. Works with his grandpa during the summer. Just a great great kid, first kid to have in the family.
Did some acting too.
Yeah, exactly. He's an actor as well too. Yeah, we found
too.
that out. To be
Euphoria
or not to be.
Euphoria. If y'all looking for an actor,
Yeah.
here he is.
Good, smart kid, very talented kid.
Euphoria got an actor who's a boxer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said that, because
okay.
he's a boxer.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But hey, sky's the limit, son. You can do all things that you have God with you, man. And always remember that no matter what you do, your mom and your dad and your family is always gonna have your back. Okay. But again, with the question,
That's
what do you plan to accomplish in boxing? What are your goals? You gotta have goals. I have goals. You know, what are your goals right now in boxing?
My goals are to become pro, to be a Olympic gold medalist, right? That's what's called.
Who do you plan to sign with if you do Olympic gold
Yeah, that's a
medals?
good question. If you had all those, you got Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, you got Top Rank, you got Golden Boy, you got, I don't know if it's a Goosen.
Yeah, Money Mayweather. Like,
Oh, yeah, Mayweather Promotions.
who would you want to sign with? I know it's a question you never thought about.
You gotta have to think about it, boy, because if he goes to the Olympics, then that's something they're gonna come at him.
The money team.
You go on the money team?
This is about that money.
It's about that money.
And then what else, son? You wanna go to the Olympics, become an Olympic gold medalist, and what else?
Go pro. Fight Camaro Moulton. And then this year I want to get at least 10 fights so I can become open.
Hey, it's crazy, but if you think about it, and this is real talk, and maybe 5-10 years from now, you can be fighting that dude that you just said. And you can look back at this film and be like, man, I've been calling you out since I was in amateurs. I had 4 fights in amateurs. I knew I wanted to smoke with you. So.
I had a friend of mine, Isaiah knows him, and one day you'll meet him. I could probably call him up here pretty soon. He's always good with him. It's Benjamin Whitaker. We trained together. You know, they called him a Blaxican, and he was a beast, man. Good fighter. He fought Earl Spence in Houston when I was supposed to fight. What's his name? Maurice Hooker.
Yep.
In Houston, but I took a different route to go fight another guy I fought. But Whitaker started making a name for himself, started getting some recognition. So they interviewed him on TV, and they asked him, "What's the fight you want?" He said, "I want Earl Spence." This is before Earl became a world champion. He said, "I know he's gonna become a world champion because I fought him in the amateurs. So let's run it back. We'll fight each other in the pros." They never did, but you know, it's goals that you have like that, man. But you gotta have goals and visions, man. And my goals were to become everything you want to become was to become that. But my dad passed away, and I just couldn't find that fire no more, man. You know, and plus I started kind of late. I started when I was 19. So, you know, you got all the potential in the world. That don't let nobody or anybody put you down. You keep doing what you're doing.
Yep.
Keep fighting, and you know, everything's gonna turn out just the way you want it to, man.
Yeah, man.
As long as you give it 100%. And my brother always tells me too. He's like, "Hey, I don't want to live my life with regrets, and let's leave it all out. Leave it all out, man."
Yeah, man. That's why I always tell you too, DJs. Like, I know I say it a lot, but don't be like me, man. You know, don't live with that. Not that I live with regret. It's just because I was gonna take pro fights even at heavyweight. So I asked my brother, but that's because I just said, you know, I don't want to live with that. I'd rather live with oh well than what if. You know what I mean? And you're young. You got your whole life ahead of you, your whole future. Your brother, your sister, everybody has. You guys are still young, so take advantage of it. You got your dad. And I'm not saying anything bad or anything. I appreciate my brother. I can go on and on about how great my brother is because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be the type of person who I am today. But if my dad was alive, man, I mean, I don't know. I probably would still be boxing right now. I would be, Lord knows where I'd be at. Lord knows where my brother would be at. But everything changes. And it's not an excuse. It's the reality. It's just facts. It's just facts, bro. But
God makes no mistakes, guys.
Yeah, man.
You know, he did this for a reason. Maybe something's gonna happen.
But you're blessed right now, DJ. You got your dad. You have your Uncle Jacob. You know, you have, your great uncle, right? Great Uncle Jacob. You have me. You know, whenever I can, whenever I'm available, man. And you have a whole team. You have your family here, man. And we're all with you, man. So
you got something we never had, right, Zan? You got a boxing gym.
I mean, I had a little bit of it, but
I didn't have it.
I had a little bit of it, but when I was already doing all this, but I didn't. For me, it's not about me. It's about DJ. But for me, it was just I didn't have that same fire because I love my brother, man. But he's not my dad. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just different to have him here with me. That's something for me that I'm not gonna make it an excuse because if you want something that bad, you still go out and get it no matter what. But I just didn't have that fire, and then life got in the way for me, and all these things happen. But it's not about me. It's about my nephew, man. And my nephew, he has everything laid out for him. And you have a great team with you. Like you got your stable mate Matt. You know, you got sparring out with Boalua, the other Mirandas here, and stuff like that. Me and your dad didn't have here because there was nobody else that really boxed here in Cotulla. When we were fighting, my brother didn't even have a gym. He had a slab of concrete and a bag. So, but that's what makes you great, bro. I mean, and you have everything, DJ. I hope, DJ, and I pray to God. I pray every night, man, for you guys. And believe it or not, I pray for everybody. But I pray that you accomplish all the things you want to accomplish in life, whether it's boxing, welding, ranching, Tristan too. I think Tristan should be going to school for video. What do you call it? Video.
Graphic design.
Yeah, graphic designs, because he's really good at all that. So I just pray all my nephews and my niece stay healthy and accomplish everything and be successful.
But Tristan is also a Miranda. He can fight.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Don't press the button on the bear.
T-sizzle, baby.
But I got like one more question left for you, man. It's getting late. We better wrap this up because
I got school tomorrow.
Your mom will come over here and box me and beat me. So. But
look like she got me in right hand too.
Yeah, she does. So I'm gonna give you 2 questions, and that should be it. You have anything you want to say to the people that support you, that've been with you 100%? Like I saw Jordan Charo, shout out.
Oh, yeah.
He said DJ should be 4-0. That kid knows what he's talking about. He said Ryan Garcia was gonna win, champ. I owe you an apology because I thought Devin was gonna win, but
we was right.
Jordan Charo, man. Hey, props to you, bro. But I saw that he was supportive of you. You want to say anything to supporters? And, you know, anybody you want to say anything to, man, leave it out there for them.
Thank you to all my supporters that have been supporting me. Thank you to my coaches, my dad and Jacob and Isaiah. Thank you for training me. And thank you to all the sponsors.
Yes, sir. And my last question I have for you guys, DJ, is I have to throw this in, man, because I couldn't, you know, my brother says that he couldn't be half the man he is because of me, and, you know, I couldn't be half the man I was because of my dad and my brothers, you know what I'm saying, and my mom. But we can't leave the most important person in this family out of this whole dream of ours. These are dreams that we have, and that is your mom. Your mom puts up with your crankiness, your attitudes. You're hangry. It's called hangry when you're mad and you're hungry. You know. So, mom, babe, you know, love you. Did you want to say anything to your mom?
Love you too, mom. Thank you for everything.
That's the momager.
Couldn't do it without you, mom. Or wifey. But again, man, hey, y'all look out for my son DJ, man. Be fighting in Matthew Constrega. We'll be fighting in Edinburgh in about 2 weeks, May 3rd to May 5th, I believe. The Junior Olympics, guys. We'll be doing another podcast with him pretty soon. I guess the aftermath after everything's done.
He fired.
Difficulties there.
He fired on the spot.
I hope, you know, everything goes well. Like I said, we'll be doing the aftermath, seeing how everything went. But we appreciate you. This is part 1 of DJ's podcast, so
you got nothing left to say? Got a nickname or anything, DJ, before you hang up?
Coach Martinez. Coach Martinez call me El Torito.
El Torito?
El Torito?
I don't know. The little bull, I guess. I don't know.
El Torito. I like that. DJ El Torito.
DJ Torito. All right, guys. Well, again, this is Chale's Legacy Podcast number 14. Interviewing my son, DJ Miranda. I hope y'all enjoyed it. DJ, one last word? Anything? All right, guys. Love y'all and thank y'all, man.